Hello everyone! In this video, we are going to start writing Python code in our browser. We're going to execute it and save our work. And all of this is probably going to take around 60 or so seconds. How we're going to do that? We're going to do it with a website called repl.it. I've been a fan of this thing for about a year and a half. I started using it at conferences where I couldn't count on people having Python, and then I started using it in the classroom and also for one-on-one tutoring online. Okay, so this is the web page. You go to repl.it. You can sign up or log in. I've already got an account. You can sign up with your Google account, by the way. That means that it takes a few seconds to create an account, a few seconds to log in. All your work basically gets saved automatically, even if you don't click save. It's got thousands. I've got 232 unnamed programs that have been saved because I started working on stuff. So here I'm going to have this saved video that's going to tell me what to tell you. Code in browser. So let's look at some features of REPL. You've got this terminal. It's just like a terminal that you'd have if you were doing stuff in command prompt or in Max. And you can execute Python code here. Print hello there. By default, you start off with a main file. And in that main file, like if we were to just run this, I'll skip this module import for now. If we were to just run it, that's going to execute that loop. Press run, the program just runs. There's plenty of things to modify and select. You've got themes, light theme, dark theme. You've got font sizes, tabs or spaces, keybinds, and whether you want to have your text overflow. And this thing called code intelligence, which is basically something that's awesome for beginners. If you start writing a function name, or if you're using a module you're using for the first time, it'll tell you how that function works. I generally disable it if I'm using stuff I'm familiar with. What's next? File management. You could drag and drop Python files, text files, and they just become a part of your project. You can create files here. You just write the file followed by the file name. I've dragged and dropped a text file, which is like a book here, and it just imports flawlessly. What's next? Packages. This is one of the best things. So you're in the browser, and it's got most of the popular Python libraries. You search for a package, click on it, there's this plus button. You add it. It does take, when you run your project for the first time, it does take a little bit for that package to install, but it runs smoothly. Next up, it links to GitHub. So it's got this version control, and you could basically create a repo from your project, and then you can sort of push and pull updates from an existing repo. It's pretty sweet. Also, file history. So with file history, you can go back, pick a file, and you can look at every single change done to that file that you ever made. You never have to press the save button. You could go back to something that worked. And believe me, this is handy. I do experiment with my code a lot, and I end up in a few dead ends. So I've used this file history feature loads. So what else is left to talk about? Folders. Yes, probably should have mentioned these at the beginning. You could create a new folder. Right? This is a folder within a folder. You basically have the ability to have a folder structure which allows you to manage more complex projects. So that's about everything. Now I'm going to show you a couple of projects that I did in REPL that you could check out as examples. So up here, you're going to find an artificially intelligent chatbot made using TextBlob and REPL. Over here, you're going to find a cool looking forest made of fractal trees. You can subscribe right there. Also, like the video and share it, and I'll see you soon.